So, full transparency. Today I took my kids to the botanical gardens. While I'm waiting for my daughter, she's with her mentor right now. And so I was like, it's beautiful outside, let's go do something. And so I'm all excited. We pull into the parking area, and I wanted to park up top, outside. But the guy was like, I couldn't. Security, I guess he was. But he let the car behind me go that way, but he told me I had to go straight. And as I'm going into the parking garage, like literally, I had a full-on panic attack. The first level was okay, but by the time I got to the fourth and to the third, my heart rate was beating so fast. I'm sure if I checked my Fitbit, it had to be through the roof. I just started to get scared. It seemed like the ceiling was only a couple of inches above the car. And I don't know, I felt so enclosed. And then a car ahead of me stopped because it was waiting to turn into to a parking space somebody else was coming out of, and it was like 3 cars behind him. And so I left like 2 or 3 car spaces between us, but then I had cars also behind me. So I felt trapped on every side, which I have a similar panic attack when I get on an airplane. I used to fly all the time, especially as a kid, but I don't know, as an adult, I don't know, it just affects me differently now. And so I'm having this panic attack, and I reached over to grab my son's hand and was like, just talk to me, please help me to stay calm. And he was like, I'm going to call my dad, because at that point I was like crying because I was literally like fully panicking. And he called his dad, but as I went further ahead, his signal dropped. And so needless to say, he was not on the line anymore. And I was just like, Lord, please help me, because I am like super terrified right now, and I just want to get outside. I want to get from out of here. I almost thought about just putting the car in park and getting out, but that wouldn't have done us any good, because obviously my kids couldn't move the car and we couldn't hold everybody up. And so I just had to like breathe through it, even in the midst of panic. And we came around to the second level, and there were 2 spots open, and one I felt like I could fit in better than the other. But I knew 110% that I was going to have to back in. Because from previous times of being in a parking garage, if I have to back out and there's other cars blocking me and I got to do the 3.8, it's too much. It's literally overwhelming. And so I backed in, turned the car off, got the kids out in the stroller, and we walked out and we were fine. And then when I got back in, I was able to get in the car and literally just pull out and leave. So I didn't have to worry about being trapped or, turning around more than one time to get out. I was able to pull out and leave. And so leaving was much better, but it's just in that moment, that quickly, fear overcame me. And granted, there was hundreds, probably thousands of other people parking, getting in and out with no problem. The building wasn't crumbling, but it just the fear that it could possibly happen and that I could be trapped and not get out was overwhelming. And I thank God that he brought me through it. And we get off the little elevator once we get up to the top floor again. And we get in line to get our ticket, and I'm seeing the prices or whatever, and my son and myself would both be adults, and then my youngest son would be charged at the kid rate, and then I had under 3 because I had my grandson. And so I was like, okay, all right, let's get ready to pay. And a good Samaritan walked up to me and said that they had just gotten season passes or memberships or something, but they don't live here in the area, and that they were given 4 guest passes, but because they don't live here, they doubt they'll ever use them. And he sees that we're a family too, would we mind using them? And I was like, well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Shook his hand, was like, God bless you. Thank you. And it was just like, God just gave me that quick little reminder that I'm with you. Like, even when you're scared, even when you're overwhelmed, even when you're facing a lot of stuff, I've still got you. I love you, and I've got you. You're not alone. So just wanted to share and hope that encourages someone today.